What is that? Who? Talk to her. Shut up and get to inking. Hilarious, dude. Oh, that's so smart. And I am your host, the CloudyCrow, and today we'll be reacting to Oshinoko episode 3 and 4. But in the last episode, man, I felt so bad for the screenwriter because obviously he ended up getting fired by the author, which sucks because obviously neither of them did anything wrong. All I hope is that something good comes from this, even though he got fired and he got paid out. You know, obviously this is gonna hurt not only his ego but also his reputation. It might hurt his confidence in screenwriting going forward, but I hope something good comes from this. Maybe he gets a really cool job opportunity that can make up for this job opportunity getting taken from him. And then the episode ultimately ended with Akane taking Aqua on kind of a date, because he said he'd never seen a play before, and so she said, well, why don't I take you to go see one? And then they went to like a theater to watch the play, and that's exactly where the episode ended. Let's get into this episode. Hey, hold on, they're really going places now. I'm glad we're catching up with Ruby, because she's the only one that's not really involved in the play. Wait, huh? Maybe it was like a business dinner, like with her manager and stuff. Dang. She's like, who the heck am I hanging out with? These freaking A-list actors. Yeah, she's feeling left out. Dang, Memcho! Dang, man. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen these guys. And here's Kana again. Dang. I mean, they do have to rewrite the script from scratch, so there's nothing to really practice. He's on a date, and Kana's not happy about it. Let's see how this goes. A play about ping pong players. I wonder if this play is gonna, like, you know, ignite a spark in him. Kinda like what happened to Kana. Look at that. See, he's already immersed. He's starting to realize these plays are really inexperienced. What is that? That looks amazing. Are those like ice cubes? That's so sick. Yep, holy crap, that's smart. Do we have stuff like this in real life? I think the only play I've ever been to was like, it was like a traditional theater, and it had like the Nutcracker or something like that. That's the only time. Yeah, look at that smile on her face. She's so proud of herself. Yeah, caught him red-handed. She said do it again. Like you could just do it on command. Whoa. And she doesn't have knowledge of that? Yep, holy crap, that's such a good point. That's such a good point. And that is exactly why it needs to be like a 50-50 partnership between the author and the scriptwriter. Because he knows the venue, he knows the equipment and the resources that they have, so he knows best how to use those to convey the story. And she knows the story best because she wrote it, so they mash those together. But since she just completely fired him and she's taking over entirely, I think Aqua's right. I don't think she's gonna be able to, you know, kill it the same way that this performance they just watched killed it. Yep, exactly. Oh, I was confused for a second. He's saying this tennis play was written by him. Or this, ping pong play was written by Goa. You gotta bring him back. Do whatever you can, brother. I hope not, man. I hope not. Yeah. Exactly. I don't see why they weren't able to communicate with each other directly. Like, I feel like that would be the best way to do it. Obviously, there's probably a good reason why that is. Maybe it's because the author is like busy with something else, like some other project she was working on or something. But I think the best way to do it would be to have the script writer do their thing, write out the play, and then like maybe once a week or once every couple days, she could visit, just like how she visited in episode, what was it, episode 1 or 2? She could stop by, read over the script, give her thoughts and any changes she liked to make, and then scriptwriter could implement those, and then she comes back a couple days later, see if she likes the changes. I think that would be the most efficient way to do things. Because obviously, I don't think she'd have the time to work with him every single day. But if she could just chime in every once in a while by directly going up to him and telling him what she thinks, that would be the best way, in my opinion. She should just tell him directly throughout the process. I'll give things a little nudge, okay? Aqua throwing his hat in. Dang. Shut up. Look at her. What is she bragging about? Think you're so special, huh? Yeah, neither of them can drink. It's interesting though. What is the like drinking age in Japan? Is it 18? Because, well, I don't know, because I know in the US we're considered adults at 18, and I think in Japan they're considered adults at 20, and I think, like, for example, they can't get their license until 20 or something like that, or maybe it's that they can't drink until 20. I don't know. All I know is it's different. Dang, the goat. Dang. So she's the best person to try to get through to her. Dang. So she's really on the grind. Oh my gosh, she's really on the grind. So she said that she publishes monthly, which it's kind of normal. I think, for all of you guys out there that read manga, what is the most like common interval of when manga chapters get released? Because I know some manga, like I think My Hero, would drop every single week, same with JJK, but they probably have really big teams working on it. And then there's some manga I know, I think the most common, at least out of the manga that I'm reading, is probably like once every 2 weeks. And then I know there are some that drop like once every month. And it's interesting because on one hand, I think like, okay, the ones that drop every month, they probably have the highest quality because they have the most time that they're putting into making it. But it could also just be the fact that these manga that drop every week just have bigger teams and more people working on it, so they can get that same level of quality and kind of knock it out sooner. So let me know which interval is most common, do you guys think? My guess is probably 2 weeks. Yeah, exactly. Especially not for like a solo mangaka. I think the only ones who could like reasonably, sorry for pausing so much, I think the only ones that can reasonably knock out manga every single week are the mangas that have like one person designated to writing, one person designated to illustrating, and like, you know, the job is split up between multiple people instead of her doing everything and Abiko doing everything. And this explains why she couldn't directly go up to him and talk to him every day. Yep, I think we all can kind of see that. I swear, man, the easiest way to like get someone to open up to you is to talk about something they're passionate about. And shout out to her for going out of her way to like connect with Abiko. Oh, yep, I should have known. Yep. They're gonna freaking milk the series dry. Everything they can get from it. She can relate on a personal level. Yep. The struggles of a child actor or actress. She already kind of tried to get through to her last episode. Dang. Oh man, that's brutal. Whew. The ego on this girl. She's got the talent to back it up, but dang, that was a low blow. Oh my gosh. She basically said, like, if I follow your advice, then, you know, my story is gonna end up like yours, like Sweet Today, and we know that was a failure. Dang, that's brutal. Jesus. And you can't really argue that, because, you know, it didn't perform as well as she would have hoped. At least for a while it didn't. Until the end. Ah, this has to be so brutal. The student surpasses the master. Look, lights out in the whole house. She's just like me, for real, for real. Yep, so she's gotta do it all herself. Dang! Oh my gosh, I relate to this, man. I relate to this. This is the same reason why I don't think I'll ever have an editor. I don't think I could ever have an editor for my channel, just because, like, I like being able to have at least a bit of, you know, creative control over how my videos come out. I don't know. So I can kind of... Dang! She looks miserable, man. 2 hours a day. And she's rewriting the script on top of this? Jesus. Nah, that's not gonna work. There we go. There we go. Both of them grinding it out. Look at that. She just came there to deliver the letter, and now she ended up staying behind and helping her. That is a good point, though. That is a good point, though. She, as the author, she's ultimately responsible for how the series comes out, right? How the final product comes out. She can hire other people to help her make the process easier, but if any of them, like, don't hit the mark, or if any of them slip up, she's gonna be the one that faces the blame at the end of the day. So she kind of feels like she has to be picky and get someone that she knows can, like, execute at the highest level, because if there's any screw ups, she's gonna take the blame. Dang. Easy. And there we go. The ego. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for pausing so much, but there are so many, like, bombshells being dropped in this episode, bro. That's so true. She kind of has this, like, ultimate argument that she can always make because her series is so incredibly successful. If anyone tries to give her any advice or any criticisms at all whatsoever, she can just say, like, sorry, I don't think you've ever sold 50 million. I think I know what I'm doing. And that's the ultimate defense. How could you argue against that? She's making more than you, probably by a long shot. She's incredibly successful. So clearly what she's doing is working. How can you really argue against that? And obviously you can, but at the end of the day, she doesn't have to accept your advice, because what she's doing is working better than whatever advice you could give her. Ooh, talk to her. Hold on. Clap back. There we go. Hold on. Both of them are getting out all their frustrations. Pandering to readers. Oh, snap. Talk to her. She's never heard this before in her life. Yep. Hold on, it's not over yet. Yep, back to the drama. And boy, did it suck. Yep, and she even agrees with that. Yeah, good point. Good point. If you're an introvert, what does that make me? Shut up and get to inking. This is hilarious, dude. They are really at each other's throats right now. But you know they both care about each other at the end of the day. Yeah. Lord, there's still ink on her hands. Mm-hmm. Dang. This is so wholesome. Look at that. She's got all kinds of bookmarks throughout the manga. Yeah, that could be another reason why she's so strict. Because she saw how they like butchered her mentor series. Mm-hmm. Kana. Oh! Yeah, a ticket to see that play. So now she's gonna be able to see what the actual performance is like. This is, oh, that's so smart! Because she was going into this with no knowledge of the equipment and different, you know, techniques and stuff they use for the performance. And now she's at least gonna get an idea. So this is either gonna help her better write the story suited for that kind of performance, or it's gonna help convince her, like, okay, maybe I do need some insight from the screenwriter to help make this, because I want mine to be as good as this one was. So fire, man.